Jerusalem Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu hailed Israel's irreplaceable relationship with the United States in his first public remarks after the Trump administration said it would move the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem, but he did not address the move directly and instead stressed the threat of Iran. Netanyahu lauded Israel's expanding relations with the world as he spoke at a diplomatic conference in Jerusalem, describing a tsunami of diplomatic, economic, security and technology ties. However, he said relationships being built with the Arab world could not be fully realized until an agreement is reached on Palestinian territories, and he called on nations around the world to do more to counter expanding Iranian influence. A spokesman said he is waiting until after the official announcement to comment. On the sidelines of the conference, Netanyahu said that Israel's historical and national identity is receiving recognition, especially today, the newspaper Haaretz reported. President Trump is expected to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital in a speech later Wednesday and order the relocation of the embassy there, according to senior aides. Israel sees Jerusalem in its entirety as its undivided capital, while Palestinians hope that East Jerusalem, which Israel annexed in 1967, will be the capital of their future state. While Trump's planned move has been publicly welcomed by many Israeli politicians, it has the potential to unsettle Israel's growing relations with Sunni Arab nations at a time when they share an interest in countering the perceived threat of Iranian expansion in the region, as well as spark protests and torpedo the White House's nascent peace efforts. Palestinian officials have reacted with anger, and Trump's plans have triggered bleak warnings from Middle Eastern nations that say the move would be detrimental to peace and the region's stability. U.S. allies reject Trump's expected Jerusalem pronouncement as catastrophic. The move would shift decades of U.S. policy, going against an international consensus that the status of the city should be decided in a peace agreement between Israelis and Palestinians. Other members of Netanyahu's coalition government at the event welcomed the move. Education Minister Naftali Bennett, leader of the right-wing Jewish Home Party, called for other countries to follow suit. The recognition by the U.S. and other countries will make clear to Palestinians that they must accept the existence of Israel and must conduct real negotiations of peace with Israel, said Intelligence Minister Israel Katz. We expect the international community to accept Trump's decision. Israel is duty-bound to express its satisfaction and joy, and, yes, this is their capital and they want this recognition, said Yossi Michelberg, a Middle East expert at the Britain-based Chatham House. But they also know it can cause some trouble and will create reaction, mostly negative. How negative? That's the question. While Arab nations have expressed public discontent, they may decide that their shared interests with the United States and Israel are too strategically important to genuinely jeopardize. Still, the moving of the embassy is not necessarily a priority for Israel, he said.